And hello, everybody. Welcome to a bit of a. This is something new that I probably will do throughout the season with different drivers. Um, this will be uploaded on, of course, the McKinneyman 93 network. No, not really network, but channel. I don't know. I'm trying to think of something special for my name. Anyways, so I am here with Season 5 Budweiser All Pro Series champion, Seth Cole. Seth, thank you for taking some time to come join me up here.
Hey, thanks
Not
for
up here,
having
but.
me.
Hmm?
Said thanks for having me.
Okay, so I got a couple of questions to ask, if you wouldn't mind answering.
Certainly.
All right. So I need your thoughts here on where we are. Let's see. We are 4 races into the season 6 Budweiser All Pro Series season, um, and you are sitting 20th in points. With your highest finish was fourth at Daytona. What's your mindset 4 races in for the whole season at this point?
Well, obviously, the thing that we're trying to avoid the most is the championship slump. So many times a driver will win a championship, and then all the pressure's on him going into the next season of can he do it again. And so, what we're really trying to do is to put our mindset away from that and just try and focus on this season, almost with the mindset that in the fact of that we've never won a championship. We're trying to look at it that way. Because a lot of times you end up having all that pressure and everything, and it can get to a driver and a crew chief during race. So, I think right at the moment, 20th in the standings where we're sitting isn't exactly terrible. What we were hoping to do at the beginning of the season was try and find victory lane as early as possible, get ourselves into a potential spot in the chase early, take the pressure off. But we got some good tracks coming up here in the next couple of weeks that we're good at, and I think that when we came off top five at Daytona, that kind of gave us a look of okay, yeah, we still have the mojo from last season. Yeah, we haven't. Our performance hasn't been peak in the last 3 weeks, but at least we're still remaining consistent and we're keeping ourselves at least up in that top 20. So that way, if and when we do get to victory lane, we'll be able to make a nice jump in points, maybe up to the top 10.
Yeah. I'm gonna give you the names of the next 5 races before the All Star race, and you tell me what track you think you'll be best at, or at least in terms of driving wise. We got California coming up. You got that's good. That's a fuel mileage race. You got Texas, which I don't necessarily think is a fuel mileage race, but it could end up turning into one. Richmond, which is a race where you got to qualify good to finish good, and Talladega, which is a crapshoot, and then you got Kansas, which is another fuel mileage race.
Yeah, for some reason, I don't really know why, fuel mileage races are not usually things that play into our favor. I think maybe it's more my fault than Macrucci's fault with the fact that I like to go more conservative. I like to make sure we're going to make it to the end. Not much of a risk taker, not much of a gambler when it comes to fuel. So maybe we do have to kind of step out of the box in that respect at Auto Club Kansas. We'll see if we do that. It's going to really depend on whether it's a caution-filled race or a lot of times especially at Auto Club, you can normally go green flag the entire event. So a lot of that will factor into what we do. As far as Talladega, I mean, we ran well at Daytona, so a lot of what we learned at Daytona we may be able to apply at Talladega. Of course, it's all about being in the right place at the right time. Richmond, we're not exactly great on our qualifying program as far as short tracks, so we're really going to have to step it up at Richmond because if we start mid-pack, if we start near the back, it's very difficult to pass, and that won't really get us a good finish. And then, of course, Texas, that track is definitely a place where we're going to have to capitalize on the fact that it's a really good track for passing and it has really good momentum. If you can get your car hung up there on the inside line, you can make a lot of passes, work your way to the front. Don't know if necessarily we want to have a good qualifying car for that track because normally the lead gets swapped around a lot, but we got strategies and planned out for each one of these races. Hopefully they'll come to fruition and maybe in one of these 5 we can get ourselves to victory lane.
All right, and my final question for you will be: so far, Tweenix Racing has been to victory lane once out of these 4 races, with Alex May getting a very, very lucky fuel mileage win at Las Vegas. So, how is the Tweenix Racing drivers looking with yourself, Dylan Poteet, Sean Henley, and Alex May?
Well, I think that basically now with the fact that, with us winning the championship and with Alex being able to pull off a great fuel mileage run at Las Vegas, we're able to compare notes and everything. We're able to try and see where our strengths are, where our weaknesses are. I'm not saying that Tweenix is going to be the team to beat this year, but certainly with the gathering of information we've been able to get so far and the fact that one of our drivers and Alex has been able to get to victory lane early, we've obviously figured out this program that's been delivered to us that we have to use at each track. And hopefully all that information we pass on is going to get us to victory lane at least once and maybe a couple times.
All right, very wise words from former champion Seth Cole. Seth, it'll be great to see you up in the commentator's booth again, and maybe possibly in actually the chase as well, defending your title.
That would be great. The guys work really hard on the cars back on at the shop. They do a great job with the pit stops when we're at the racetrack. My crew chief makes the calls he thinks that are best, and I drive the wheels off the thing as best I can. So hopefully, with all that combined, we'll find ourselves in the chase again and maybe be able to go for a twosome.
Alrighty. Ladies and gentlemen, that was Seth Cole. I am Michael Norman. Please stay tuned and don't forget to tune into the Budweiser All Pro Series over on the NNSCRA Sports Network. So, for Michael Norman and Seth Cole saying, until we meet again.